Not close, but we are certainly into that process. At the moment, what does that look like? Well, it's a lot of long conversations for me on the phone with different candidates. It's me contacting people to see where there would be interest in the role, and I'm hopeful that within the sort of next week or 10 days we can get down to a shortlist. But it's a really important appointment, so we just have to get it right. We'll have some good internal candidates and we'll have some really good external candidates. So I look forward to the process because when it comes down to this appointment, it's my first major one, so it would be nice to make sure I get it right. For us, retaining the urn, or regaining the urn rather, in Australia has to be high on the list, and it allows Joe and the new coach and all of us now to start planning towards that. Winning this Ashes series just gone would actually have been more by luck than judgment, I think, having been involved in a 4-year cycle towards the World Cup. That certainly took precedence, but Joe and his team now have got a chance to really plan towards winning those Ashes back, and in cricket, for us, that's really the holy grail.
Liam Plunkett, I guess one guy who's missed out, obviously played here, 3 wickets in the final, etc. I mean, what's the status where he's concerned?
Well, it's it's not a closed door for him, but I mean, it's not the end of the road as far as we're concerned. I mean, but we're moving to a new cycle. We're into 2 T20 World Cups coming up in the next 2 years, and then planning towards 4 years of World Cup, 50 other World Cups. So he's unlucky, but he's been a brilliant servant for England cricket over a number of years, and one of Eoin Morgan's go-to men with the ball, which is great credit to him. So we thank him. As I say, unlucky to miss out here, but we have to look to the future as well.
And talking of that, obviously Eoin Morgan stays as white ball captain for the moment, but do you have any sort of idea about, obviously 4 years is a long time, does he have any idea quite how long he wants to go on for?
Well, yeah, I mean 4 years is a long time for all of us, isn't it? So look, I'm just delighted that he wants to continue in this short to medium term. Having lost Trevor Bayliss from the dressing room, keeping that consistency of leadership in that white ball team is really important, that environment, and no one leads it better than Eoin. And when he called me and informed me that he was fully committed to going forward, I was absolutely delighted.
I mean, clearly the last 4-year cycle was proof of the pudding. You nailed it, really. I mean, how do you frame it? What sort of discussions you need to have to get the planning perfect to meet all your objectives?
Well, I mean it's all the detail. It's getting all the people in the room who are going to play a part in this, and that's from selectors to head coach, captains, your senior players, making sure we're really joined up with our pathway system at Loughborough, because ultimately it will come down to making sure we've got a big enough pool of players who are good enough to play at this level. The pressures on our players playing across all formats now are bigger than ever, and so player workload management and welfare management are going to be really important. So I mean that's fundamental to everything. We have better players, we're going to win.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.